Hello guys, and welcome back. Now it's time to get inside the group settings and then check the members of the group, and then also add new members and all sorts of things if you are an admin. Okay, but before we get inside there, we need to change some things a bit. Okay, because when we go to the create group here, this screen, and then also when we get inside the settings here, we want to use all of these to when we are displaying the group information screen. Okay, it's going to be a bit similar. Okay, this group settings screen is going to be the same screen when we are in the group information screen. Okay, so we want to reuse this. But before we do that, we need to change how we are reading the data here in the, like for example here, and also in the, because here you can see that it's loading. My internet is a bit slower, that's why it's taking time. It's loading this data from Firestore. It's loading from my friends list in Firestore. Okay, here it's only displaying my friends. Okay, so we need to load these friends. We need first to store them in the provider and then load them locally when we open this inside the group information screen. Okay, and then also when you go to the group settings, this what we are reading here is just from the local data. If we go to from group settings screen, where is that group settings screen? Okay, here to read this, we are reading inside the consumer, inside the group model. Then if you go, inside the group provider, we are reading from here. Okay, which is this. Okay, but now we don't want to. We can read from like this if we are creating the group, but if we are in the group setting, we should read from the group settings in Firestore. Okay, so we are going to have that check if we are creating a group or we are in group settings. Okay, so to do that, we need to change how we are reading this information. Okay, and then also we need to change some of how we are doing things here in the group provider. So that's what we are going to do in this video. So let's quickly do that. First of all, let me minimize this, and then maybe I should also minimize that. We don't need it. So what we're gonna do is, let's comment all of this. Okay, we actually don't even need to comment, we just need to remove them, but I'm going to comment it so that you can look back at it if you want to check something. You can see that we have all these errors for these settings. Okay, so I'm also going to comment this out, and then what I'm going to change now is to initialize let's go to initialize this group model. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put it in a label. I'm going to initialize it like that so that we can have some initial values. Okay, I just want Copilot to create this really quickly so that we don't take time. All right, it's not going to create it. Let's just see if we're going to create it. So group model like that. Okay, now we have to initialize this. All right, so now that we have initialized this, you can see that all these strings are empty, and then the message type, we have just set it by default to text, and then the message ID is also empty, and then the timestamp, the datetime.now, and then this is private, initialized to true, edit settings to true, the rest to false. So this is just an initial how it's going to be. Next, let's come down here and then create all these methods like these that we have created. Okay, so now these we just need to enhance them. Okay, because we are not setting, this is loading is like this. Okay, we are not setting just this, we are setting this inside this group. Okay, because we no longer have this. Okay, so first, before we set them here, let's come down here, maybe after this last one. Let's create a method to change even the settings in Firestore. Okay, so let's come down here and then name this method as update group settings in Firestore. Okay, and then here what we are going to do is just create a future method. It's going to be a future void. Here we'll name it the same, update group settings in Firestore. Okay, yeah, let's name it, or we can just say, let's make it shorter. Let's say group data in Firestore. All right, now this is going to be asynchronous. So here we're just gonna let's wrap it in the try catch block. So catch. All right, here we can just print the error for now. e.toString, and then inside here what we're gonna do is just to await Firebase Firestore. What do we name it? Is it like this? Yeah, Firebase Firestore .collection. So here is going to be constants .groups, and then .document. So this is going to come from the group model .group ID .update. Okay, now here we are going to update with the group model again. Okay, because we are just updating the group model. Okay, so here we're going to call our group model to map. Okay, like that. So why are we getting an error here? Let's go. Where is that group model? Okay, we need to remove this now. Check here. Yeah, where is it? Our method. So yeah, this is our method now to update this data in Firestore. Okay, so this is going to be happening if the user enters in the in the group settings. Now they are changing this. We are going to run this method. Okay, all right, now next let's also use it here. So here when we are changing the settings, this edit settings, so what we are going to change here is, instead of doing this, we are going to change the group model edit settings is going to be this value. Okay, so once we do this, now we check, are we in the create group? Because if we are creating a group here, we know that at this point, when we have just come here, we have come here, and then we are creating a group, and also we have come to the group settings. At this point, we know that we don't have the group ID. Okay, at this point we know that this value group ID is empty. Okay, so that's what we are going to check here. Okay, at here we are going to check. So first let's say return, let's give a comment here, return if group ID, if group ID is empty. Okay, so this is meaning we are creating a new group. Okay, else we are going to update the settings. Okay, so here let's say if group model dot group ID dot is not empty, okay? Or we can just say if it is empty, we are going to return, okay? And then else we are going to update the group data in Firestore. Great. So that's what we are going to do on this method, okay? So here we have to, maybe these we need to change them to the future so that we wait for this method to finish, okay? Or we can just call them like this. When we have problems, that's when we are going to put them as future. So that's what we are going to do. Each time we are changing this setting, it's going to change, and then inside here where there is these default values, it's going to put them like in the group settings, the edit settings. Once we change here, this will run, and then it will change that, okay? And then if the group ID is empty, meaning we're in here, we're creating a new group, this code will not run. But now back if we are inside the group here, and then we enter here on the group information screen, and then we try to change those settings from there, we are going to run this method, which means the setting will also update in Firestore, okay? Great. I hope that is clear. Now we just need to do this to all of these, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to copy this, and then here I'll do the same. So here we'll just say group model dot approve members, okay? And then down here I'll paste that. Even here we're going to say group model dot request to join. Then down here I'm going to paste that. So even here it's just the same. Group model dot lock messages. Down here we're going to paste that. So now this part is done. All right, now we move on. Let's come everywhere. So like now here, which means we don't need to call all these methods, okay, to set this, because what we are going to save here is the group model. Instead of calling that one on top, here we are going to set it from that group model on top. So here we don't even have to call group model, because to save this, when we create the user, the group model that we are going to use is the one above there. So what we have to do is, let's remove this, and then this which is coming, when we get the group ID, we are going to put yes in that one, and then the image we are going to put in that one, and then even this UIDs, members UID, we are going to update that one on top. Even we're updating this, okay, with this. Even this we're updating, and then afterwards here we update the global group model, okay? Global group model. All right, now what we'll do is we are going to get that group model on top, or it's we'll just go set group model like that, and then we are going to put that group model inside that. Now here, when on saving, we're not going to save using this, okay? We will save with that one on top, meaning let's rename this now to maybe a new group, okay? New group model. And then we just need to copy this and then put it here. Even here we put that, and then now this group model, meaning we are not getting, so here it has to come from let's see, so this creators admin it was coming from here. Okay, so this it has to be new group. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Now here, this group model that we are saving now, okay, so here it also has to come from new group. Okay, because when we create here, you can see that on the groups, this we have where's the ID? Create the ID here. Okay, so we're not here yet, we are still in the group provider. Okay, so now you understand, I hope you understand, because this new group, we are setting the group ID to the inside the new group, and then we are setting the image inside this new group, and then also we are getting all these members to put inside the new group. Even these group members ID we are putting inside the group, a new group, and then in the end, this new group we are setting it to the group which is on top here. Okay, this is the new group, and then we are setting it to the group which is on top here. Then now when we want to save, we are getting this group which is getting the group on top. Okay, which is this one, and then we are saving, so that we don't need all of this. Because why we don't need this? Because these we are already setting them when we are changing the settings, when we are creating a group here. Okay, we are already setting that group on top with these new settings. Okay, in the end we are just going to save. So that's the change that we need to do. Okay, so maybe let's end this video right here. Let's keep them short. In the next one, we'll also clear these errors here, and then also clear these errors. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.